that person a brand new Knox has emerged. But it's not made of steel and concrete. Rather, it is a decentralized digital system that runs on the XRP network. We have just learned about the greatest financial disaster our time has ever seen. A daring scheme to replace the failing fiat money system with a digital gold standard that settles mostly with XRP has been exposed in a letter sent out by the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, and the Bank of Japan. The stronghold of Knox 2.0 is their clandestine code name. The idea is based on a new kind of money called the Digital Reserve Asset, or DARE. One such financial asset is the DARE cryptocurrency, which is issued and transferred in an XP ledger and is backed by gold. Every DARE has a target of $500,000. This isn't just some market fad or wild speculation. Instead, it's a figure that takes into account the global gold reserves and the amount of currency needed by contemporary financial institutions. In members of the public eye, they will withhold this information from you. While gold can help you protect your wealth, it won't grant you any superpowers like speed. You can't use gold to pay for things across borders right now. Without intermediaries based on trust, tokenization is not an easy task to complete. Nonetheless, it is the cornerstone of the country's economic success. However, XRP is among the quickest digital currencies. There isn't a central authority that regulates it in dozens of monetary thoroughfares. Conversely, it is not based on intrinsic security, but rather on market sentiment, which makes it very volatile. After you combine them, what do you think will happen? A wealth greater than anything that has ever been minted will be yours. One can find a coin that mimics the properties of gold on a decentralized network. The stolen document claims that the world's central banks have decided to spend some of their estimated 40,000 metric tons of physical gold. Plenty of stuff to support a programmable digital asset. The asset must have features that allow for near instantaneous global trading and the ability to interact with other assets. Only XRP, among all cryptocurrencies, can meet those requirements. The XRP ledgers are perfect for this type of transformation because of their decentralized exchange capabilities built in trust lines and issued assets. The math that shocked the specialists is right here. A single coin is valued at $500,000. Which is the worth of a little gold reserve fund. There are 100 billion XRP tokens in circulation, yet only about half of them are in use. Their scarcity, just 100 billion, is the reason behind this. You must be dreaming. As far as monetary policy is concerned, it is the logical next step. No real collapse of the gold standard occurred during the entire time. It retreated into the shadows instead. To this day, central banks still store gold on hand as a hedge against inflation, keeping their financial records in good standing and offering a buffer against a global disaster. In contrast, keeping gold in vaults does not create tradable currency. By exchanging their gold for XRP tokens, these institutions may access the value of their reserves and see how their money is moving in real time, all through programming. The effort is well on its way to accomplishing its objectives. Interrogated records show that the Bank of Japan and the European Central Bank have node settlement tests conducted by making use of XRP as a link asset between gold peg token prototypes. This digital reserve asset type backed by gold is reportedly being planned for trial introduction into specific interbank corridors as part of Project Hamilton, an initiative of the Federal Reserve. Getting a handle on the procedure is really easy. The XRP coin is intrinsically linked to a tiny amount of gold held by the central bank. A smart contract design that makes use of two forms of collateral ensures that they'll stay below a certain level. Because of this, XRP is going to be valuable in the commodities market and the financial market. It will be the pioneering hybrid digital asset in the brief history of the modern era. Do you still have doubts? Reportedly consulted by the group of central banks that devised the strategy, this renowned gold market expert is quoted as saying the following: "The math is straightforward. The value of XRP in circulation could soar into the hundreds of thousands of dollars if even a small fraction of the world's total gold were to be utilized as backing for the cryptocurrency. The 500,000 USD is seen a secure amount. What this means is really mind-blowing. For XRP, it would be more than just a cryptocurrency. Instead, it would pave the way for a brand new form of currency. In this system, real assets serve as the basis for fiat currency. Even so, they can perform identically to the well-established digital infrastructure. This occurs in jurisdictions when asset and code-based inflation controls are in place, as opposed to interest rate-based controls. As soon as this happens, an anonymous central bank makes choices on the value of money, but a computer program decides it instead. Knox 2.0 and O changes not just the way we think about money, but also all other aspects of value. There is really no surprise whatsoever about this move. Right now, the system that money uses to function is about to collapse. The dollar's value has dropped by over 90% in the last century. A decline in value is being felt by the euro as a result of its mounting debt. The yen's value is about to plummet. The introduction of fiat currencies made it possible to use these funds to make judgments. We can't trust the current techniques of accounting for funds. Less trust is present. There has been a sharp acceleration in inflation. When kept in banks, gold can do nothing to stem the tide of economic decline. When the status quo is shaken, the world's most influential institutions react as any other influential institution would. They blend modern ideas with more conventional ones. Many options are available to you, such as they serve as a link between bygone eras and contemporary times. XRP serves as that intermediary. According to other sections of the leaked document, the consortium's goal is more complex than just backing XRP with gold. The goal instead is for gold serve as the future standard asset for all digital currencies in the global unit of account. Tokenized products, stable coins, and digital currencies created by central banks will all eventually be bound, reason being XRP is a cryptocurrency that operates decentralization. This theory states that XRP is expected to have its value guaranteed by phygital groundwork for irreversible, programmable, and politically stable society. How much progress have we made in bringing this to fruition? In reality, it's closer than most people think. The signing of non-disclosure agreements, the NDAs, by Ripple's representatives and their negotiations with central banks has persisted. A number of XRP-based liquidity lanes have been tested by the Bank of England. Although not many people know this, an inventory of possible tokenized settlement layers is kept by the BICE Innovation Hub, and XRP is one of them. We have discovered the cause. Establishing Fort Knox 2.0 was our current priority. Speculation has given way. In reality, it's more of a roadmap, a fallback, and a way to revive the economy that was based on the idea of assigning monetary value to physical things and then transmitting that value via a decentralized programmable network. How does XRP's ledger work? A blockchain is only one component. It's rapidly replacing other methods for financial made in the year 2000. Not to mention that $500,000 isn't just a marketing ploy. For this gold-backed strategy to work in all major economies, it is actually the basic minimum. Remember that. Beyond the value of the digital asset itself, holding XRP now gives you a stake in the future global reserve instrument backed by gold, the most precious currency in human history. In contrast to regular gold, which moves in minutes, this item moves in seconds.